Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Peace Dealer. And how do I tell you that an apocalypse cycle that started a few months ago is about to actually heat up? How do I tell you that everything you thought you've known, you're about to realize you didn't only not knew, but the guidelines and theoretical constructs that made up your reality actually serve to mislead you. Not that that's a bad thing at all, because everything happens for a reason. But what, like, how do I tell you that like you're about to go through a washing machine and roller coaster of just collective emotions and a whole bunch of people's I'm not going to say junk, let's just say karma. How do I tell you that you're not going to come out this gauntlet the same way you entered? Oh, by the way, welcome to the gauntlet. So the gauntlet refers to the 2 week or 2.5 week moon transit through Capricorn, Aqua, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Coming into the Cancer, it used to actually extend through Cancer, but now we're back to it ending in Gemini. I call it the gauntlet because it is a gauntlet. The moon's going to go through Pluto, then Jupiter, then Saturn. Then it's going to go through Neptune. Then it's going to go through Chiron. Then it's going to go through Mars, direct Aries. Then it's going to go through Uranus. What? Then it's going to finish off on the North Node. Boom. And every time we go through this gauntlet, crazy shit happens every day, but crazy shit happens. And then when we come out the gauntlet, we have another 2 weeks to reflect on all the crazy shit that's happened while crazier shit is happening. And then bam. So we've been through this gauntlet for a few months now. First of all, for those of you who've been fighting that good fight, because like remember, we're all awakening here. And this awakening is keying you in to the supernatural nature of your own subconscious mind. Everything that you're aware of is conscious. Well, what if I told you there was a subconscious context happening everywhere all the time? So, like, you're having a conversation with someone and you're looking into their eyes and how beautiful they are. Meanwhile, your moon signs are fucking beefing. They don't even like each other. Behind the masks, behind the processing, behind what y'all think, your souls don't even fuck with each other. It's like, oh, this person. The other one's like, oh, this person. And y'all beefing. Meanwhile, on the surface, y'all might be good friends, but you don't understand why you have this weird feeling around each other. You might have projected that one. You are about to be completely aware of these subconscious dynamics. This is about to really help you discern unconscious motivations you've had this whole time. Why your hand always almost smacks this one person who you're not even like against, but it's just someone. You're about to understand that you don't really run the show. Yeah, and science lied to you. Science told you that, there's the or I'm gonna say Western psychology. There's the unconscious. I don't wanna scoff at Jung's genius of the subconscious and the ID. But the whole notion of how our system is run and how we give so much attention to the conscious mind when really it's your subconscious that runs the show. I think science has actually expressed this much, but you know, it hasn't. It hasn't acknowledged the intelligence and genius of your soul that considering how relevantly we pretty much champion materialism. It's going to be a transit like this that reminds you what locus of control you really want to maintain, an internal one and not an external one. So this is gonna be lit, guys. Jupiter. This is the first gauntlet we're having post uh, Jupiter Pluto conjunction. So while we're having this with the sun in Scorpio, which will be 26 and 27 degrees, you are leveling up. This is just know that this is what you were waiting for your whole life. Just know that the timing of Capricorn has been leading you here. And what I was gonna say before is because we're all awakening, and so this is allowing people's subconscious to be receptive to other subconscious impulses And, big kudos to you, ladies and gentlemen, who have fought the good fight. Let the peace dealer be your voice of expression. Because they trying to call you crazy. They trying to act like you're weird. They're trying to act like you do. Let me tell you, like, listen, and I don't know why we didn't see this coming. We're living in an age where people will say, hey, I have a dick, but I'm a woman. And you just have to accept that. You feel me? The same people who are trying to get you to lie to yourself and call a man with a dick a woman because they want to be called a woman is the same people talking about, hey, call this person president elect, even though he's not president elect. The nigga is basically trans presidential. And so I'm gonna be trans financial. Don't call me no broke ass nigga. I'm a billionaire. Okay? And I'm finna be trans fine. I'm not ugly. I'm fine as hell. Okay, thank you. And you can get offended and act like, oh, that's insensitive. But the logic, I deal with logic. The logic applies the same. This is that whole Neptune thing. So outside of that, this also applies to telepathy. People are trying to act like you're not picking up what you're picking up. And that's a psychological tactic to have you doubt your own subtle experience. Okay, so don't do that. Don't doubt that. Kudos and props to you who haven't been denying this, who have been accepting this, because it looks crazy when you speak to these aspects of yourself because of the social norms that do not encourage intrapersonal communication. This was masterfully set up so that you don't address this. Because if you do address this, many of you will get hit with socio political normative bullshit about that's not normal, that's not right, you're crazy. You have to be crazy. You're not being crazy, you're being genius, but it's not going to look anything less than conventionally crazy. With Mercury opposite Uranus, you're in tune. So, I mean, because there's so much lies indirectly, I want to be the first to tell you, all right, you're not just hearing things, you're not just experiencing things. You're being aware of the unconscious, subconscious dialogue that's been occurring. That's been occurring. Like oh man, this is what the comments gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit. First of all, this is a third house aspect. So we activated ascension from the wisdom we've activated, and now we're getting ready to be receptive to the collective actions we're about to take. What does that mean? You're about to get an assignment today. You're literally about to awaken, transform, evolve, and then go on a mission. You're about to awaken on Pluto, evolve on Jupiter, and Saturn's going to give you a mission. And now you're ready, because this happened before, but now that the sun is sextiling in Scorpio, you're ready to transform in a collective sense that's going to bring you to the God level. And the process of that begins today. I'm talking about the moon squaring Chiron. And so this is where I'm saying, stop listening to these fucking bullshit idiots who want to low key make you feel like you're schizophrenic for picking up on real telepathic dialogue. Your conscious, rational mind wants to take this extra dimensional phenomena and break it down really. You don't have to worry about what you're exactly hearing. We need time to build these neural pathways and skills. This isn't even about getting it right. It's just about acknowledging you experience it. Okay. And outside of that, there's someone who is letting their doubt and negative shadow project stuff to other people. And then there's actually taking part in telepathic dialogue that you have synchronicities to confirm. Those are two different things. Certain forces and authorities want you to make them think they're both the same and not the same. So you're a part of a spiritual war. That's why you're experiencing this. This is the counterattack. This is the counterattack. This is the counterattack. This is the counterattack. Like, some of you are literally about to go from peace, love, and harmony. I don't hurt people. It's all about finding. Y'all about to go from that to this in 2 minutes. Who wants it, bitch? Who wants it, bitch? I'm talking about, all those people who act like I would never hurt anybody. You about to see them clapping first. I'm just telling you that. Because it's not about being angry. It's about being aligned, moon and cap, to your purpose and your mission. And it's about to clear away everything. So yeah, I just kind of want to illustrate this is the launch pad before you shoot up in Sagittarius and go on that roller coaster, because you need experience, higher level Sagittarian ascended experience, to experience what it's like to harness your God power. Well, what's going to be the catalyst to transform you into that? This moon transit. Because after this moon transit, it's going to go in Aquarius, where it's going to square before it goes into Pisces. You have to gain knowledge for the power you just awakened. And then, bam, when the sun goes into Sag, the moon goes into Pisces, boom, you ascend. So this is going to be crucial, because the moon in Capricorn is false ultimatums. And this is going to extend upon some of the greatest, most notorious gaslighting that has ever occurred in this country and world alone. And listen, you stupid motherfuckers who really want to act like this bullshit isn't going down, if nobody else knows, nigga, know that I know, okay? If nobody else is going to accept all this shit that you motherfuckers are trying to act as it going down. The peace dealer, no, you see this sword? The peace dealer is telling you can run from the law. You cannot run from Pluto. You cannot run from Jupiter. You cannot run from Saturn. You're not running from me. That's facts. That's facts. I will show up like a thief in the night. Okay? That's facts. So, congratulations. You played yourselves. And I just want you to see this as the great counterattack. You're really going to be taking super practical actions to lay the smackdown on that ass. And I'm talking about people who you like, who just, came at you wrong. Like, it's the great equalizer. So just know this is still an activation of a cycle, and you're going to come into so much profound wisdom of how to purify this attitude and the integrity to align with what you really do this for. So the first day of this on the 17th is Mercury opposite Uranus, the moon sextiling that, and the moon trining Uranus. You are going to come into a life-changing, activating mechanism to spark the beginning of this awakening transformation. Because you've been awakening all year, but this is the part where the apocalypse cycle that started March 21st in Aries, 1 degree. I can't make this up. In fact, I'm going to show you in case some of you think I'm capping, which, I'm talking about the apocalypse, so you shouldn't really believe me, because everyone's been talking about end of the world problem. Boom! Boom! I come with receipts, dog. I come with receipts. We got Jupiter in its fall, that's famine. We got Mars, that's war. Okay, we got Pluto, that's pestilence. And we got Saturn, it's literally death. See that? Conjunction started cycle at the first degree of Aries. That was it. And so now at this stage, we're at Scorpio, death. We see the death counts rise, but more so, this is representing the end of age and the end of your own world, the end of your own body. Remember, your body is a temple in a universe. So it's also the end of your own function, getting ready to transform into new mechanisms, stepping into the last 4 zodiac signs, the God level, the collective level. So coming into the 18th, everything that this trine to the Mercury Uranus opposition is going to instill, is going to lead into the glorious quadruple conjunction of the 18th. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are fucking losers. And I really mean that. These are the same people who look at others and scoff at them as being losers. So everything about Capricorn has to do with classism, racism, being at the top of the mountain. The negative part of that is this sense of elitism. You are confronting that shit because you're activating and unlocking this sense of yourself to confront that sense of other people. And this is where a lot of people are going to be terrified, because the cumulative effect of the psychological tactics they've used to undermine your confidence only made you stronger. And now, for the first time ever in your life, you finna do something about it. Oh my God. In fact, look, we're going to have a 23-degree conjunction at some point during the 19th. Bam. A triple 23. So it's going down, folks. And trust me when I say, nothing will ever really be the same for the next few days. But a day like today, tomorrow, and the 19th is going to confront you to authority figures in your life, and you're literally going to show them who's boss. For those of you who've wanted to give the attitude of that Scorpio and tell people off, you're not only going to do that, it's not about telling people off. In many ways, you don't have to say a word. It's just body language. It's just showing what you've accomplished and achieved. and it's putting the right people in their place, but more so freeing you out of your own limitations and getting ready to show you a sneak peek of who you are at the God level. Y'all stay blessed as always, and until next time.